Your insubordination will not be tolerated.
Here we go with the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. I'm Ken, the Metal Professor, and I visited Backbreaker Wrestling this past Saturday night, and you are about to hear delayed audio coverage of the event. About a 2-hour and 15-minute show squished down to about 50 minutes for a whirlwind tour through what happened. This is Ken the Metal Professor, and I am coming to you in the middle of the first match here at Backbreaker Wrestling Superslam event at the VFW post in Lowell, Indiana. I had already recorded a giant introduction to the show before the event started. And it turns out it was recording out of the crappy laptop microphone and not out of my mixing board. And when I realized that, I switched over to the mixing board, and all the inputs were flatlined. And so I just spent the last 5 minutes fiddling with buttons and levels and dials without any idea why it wasn't working, because everything was set the way it should be. So I just said, well, screw it. And I rebooted the computer, turned the mixing board on and off, and now it works. So when the tech masters tell you, have you tried rebooting your device? Sometimes that's apparently what it takes. Anyway, the first match here at Backbreaker Wrestling on the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program, WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana, is President Jeremy Hadley against Chip the Manimal Walker. The ring noise in this room is super loud, so I'm keeping the levels down a little bit and hopefully can re-amplify later on if I need to. But my eardrums hurt from the first couple of ring crashes coming through my headphones. Jeremy Hadley just dispensed Chip Walker out of the ring, and he crashed right into the chains acting as a barricade. They're stanchions with droopy chains in between them. Not full like iron barricades, but a separator with stanchions and chains between the crowd and the ring. Chip crashed right into one of the stanchions, so the crowd was urging him to get back in there. Backbreaker Wrestling previously has run in Griffith, Indiana for the most part. The last event that I was not able to attend was here in the VFW hall. So is this one. The complaint I have about this location is that I did not pass a Starbucks on the way. Chip Walker has Jeremy Hadley up in the air. And there's that loud ring noise. And he gets a 3 count. So I apologize to those two guys that I missed the first several minutes of their match. Well, I figured out my technical problems that somehow weren't technical problems. Just required a reboot for some weird reason. Chip the Manimal Walker takes the victory over Jeremy Hadley. Will Jeremy Hadley learn any humility from this experience? Survey says, no.
Weighing in at a combined 385 pounds, they hail from the dark corners of your mind. This is Damian Tyler and Leo LaFleur, the Invoked. Weighing in at a combined 550 pounds, the team of Shaman, Jack Ferrick, and Gabe the Brave, the Tribe.
Our second match is a tag team match. As announced, the Invoked, Damian Tyler and Leo LaFleur, versus the Tribe, Gabe the Brave and Shaman Jack Ferrick. It's good to see that Gabe has recovered a tag team partner that can come out with him and set the whole scene with the Native American garb. I have not seen the Invoked before. They're already complaining that they want a new ref. Oh, look at the ref is taking charge and making him get back in the corner. Now the Invoked are objecting to having themselves checked, as the ref traditionally does. Meanwhile, the Tribe is just kind of hanging out, clapping their hands, waiting for things to get underway. Well, the problem with having a new tag team and just seeing their names on the flyer is that I don't know which one is Damian Tyler or Leo LaFleur. However, whichever one is in the corner right now with Gabe the Brave is getting the heck chopped out of his chest and rib cage. There goes another one. Nice echo in this room, so I'm hoping for more of that. I guess welcome to Lowell, guys. Visit Fair Oaks Farms on your way up, and then have your chest caved in by Gabe the Brave. Gabe just whipped his partner, the Shaman, into the corner. Followed with a Meteora, Cannonball Boy. Whichever one that is. I'm going to call him Invoked Bald. And the other one is Invoked Beard. Kind of like FTR. And now the Shaman, Jack Farrick, is showing that he can blast the opponent as well. So 0 offense from the Invoked so far. Invoked Beard finally got tagged in, and he exclaimed to his partner that he was going to show him how to do it. And he is, in fact, showing him how to get chopped even more and thrown across the ring. Chopped in the head. Gabe and the Shaman doing a lot of tagging in and out. And they have Invoked Beard in their own corner. So from his perspective, it's probably about 20 yards to his opposite corner. Another tag in and out. Gabe just flung Invoked Beard into the ropes, and the Invoked bounced off the ropes, ran all the way across to the other side, bounced off those ropes, and then came back to a clothesline from the Shaman. Oh, there we go. Finally some offense from the Invoked with Sling Blade onto the Shaman. And he immediately starts using the ropes for extra leverage as his knee is on the back of the neck of the Shaman. Now that the Invoked started the train of offense, they've been going pretty well. A lot of double teaming back and forth. The ref is being very lenient in terms of how much time he allows both men to be in the ring. Just last move was an Irish whip into a chop block on the Shaman. The Shaman's down on his face in the middle of the ring. He started crawling for a pin, but Invoked Beard came over and basically plopped down on him like a chair to stop him from moving forward to his own corner. So Gabe hasn't been able to tag in. Shaman just had his leg kicked out from under him, so he is back down on the mat. Gabe's been outside the ring for a while now. He should be like doing some knitting or crochet over there to pass the time. But even still, as the Shaman was down, Invoked Bald went over and just kind of shoved the Gabe in the face, so Gabe tried to come in the ring after him, which of course brought the referee over to keep Gabe out, allowing the Invoked to double team on the Shaman even more. They tried a couple of fin falls with no luck, 2 counts all the way. Gabe trying to get the crowd to give a spark to his teammate, who is feeling the power of the crowd and coming to his feet into a chop fest. And he picked up Invoked Bald up on his shoulders. Oh my! A big sit down, flipped power slam. The Shaman is trying to cross the Grand Canyon to his corner. There's a tag, there's a tag. 2 fresh guys coming in. And Gabe just chops him in the forehead. Big boot to the face. Clothesline. Invoked Beard is regretting coming into the ring. Oh, jeez. Gabe picked up Invoked Beard face down and just kind of flipped him upwards so that his feet came down across the top rope, and then he did a twisting DDT. I'm pretty sure his head is still attached. Now a double team DDT, and then Gabe does a fall away suplex kind of thing. Oh, but Invoked Bald comes in, shoves the Shaman into Gabe, and uses that distraction as a surprise to roll him up. And the Invoked take the win. And at least one of them is going to need a chiropractor. Gabe is assuring his partner, it's okay that you're the one that got pinned. It's all cool, I forgive you. In a situation like that, you never know if there is a surprise clothesline or something coming along, but not in this case. Gabe's a stand-up guy. He wouldn't do that.
Singles match, and it is brought to you by Ye Olde House of Toys. Making his way to the ring, he weighs in at 235 pounds. He hails from Hollywood, Florida. He is the flawless one, Dave Allen.
I wasn't fast enough on the cue that there was a awkward delay while Dave Allen was announced, but his music didn't start and he didn't come out through the curtain. Let's see if his opponent's music hits. And maybe his isn't either. There it goes. Well, Lynn Marie thought on her feet. So Dave Allen's music starts with a kind of noise. So she just said, okay, on the count of 3, everybody go, and then Dave will come out through the curtain. So she counted to 3, and everybody made that noise, and I wasn't fast enough to actually get it on the recording, which is disappointing. Dave is jealous that Johnny Motley got music.
Give it up for senior official Oscar Rios.
Senior official Oscar Rios won't have music. So this is for a match for Johnny Motley's, I believe, Legacy Championship. Oh, look at that. Handshake to start the match. So this will be a friendly one. At least for a while. This originally was supposed to be Dave Allen versus Matt Dewar, but Matt had an illness of some sort, so sending the best to him so he gets better and can get back in the ring as soon as possible. So far, it's starting off with arm bars and a lot of twisting of limbs. Well, I think it's still a friendly match, but Johnny Motley had taken Dave Allen down in a headlock takedown. He had him in a headlock for a few minutes, and then it was a chain of holds and counter holds, which ended up with Johnny Motley up and over the top rope, standing on the outside of the ropes on the apron, and Dave Allen just knocked him to the floor. And there goes Johnny Motley's head into the ring apron. So it was friendly competition for a while. And now Dave Allen's looking kind of angry. He still must be bothered about the music thing. There have been a couple of, several now, 2 counts, as things go back and forth. Dave Allen just had Johnny Motley up for a slam, but as he slammed him down, Motley just held on to Allen, pulled him down into a pinfall for 2. There's a heel to Allen's jaw. He took him down. Motley has to know that Dave Allen has a big foot to the face waiting in his pocket to finish Motley off. So he's got to be alert to avoid that. On the other hand, Allen has to know that Motley can finish him off with a big kick, among other things. Motley's got Allen seated in the mat, bounces off the ropes, and comes back with a shining wizard. And now we're at 2.5 counts. Motley is pulling on Dave Allen, his spine curving it in the wrong direction. Allen's face down on the mat. Motley's got his knee in the middle of Allen's back. He's pulling up the foot from one side and his forehead from the other, turning him into a big C shape, but not in the way that the spine wants to make a C shape. Allen eventually fought out and now has dropped Motley down. They're both just rolling around now. Neither one is touching the other for the moment. It's break time. That is Motley summoning the power. Clenching his fists, kipping up, shaking his hair, waiting for Dave Allen to get to his feet, slugs him in the forehead. Oh, but Dave Allen punches him back, and now it's a slugfest. Remember when I said it would be a friendly match? Well, now it's just fisticuffs. Big clothesline, big elbow, both on Motley. And now, backbreaker side slam. And Motley's standing up in one corner, pulling up the ropes. Allen is waiting in the other for the boot. Oh, just an elbow. What the heck, dude? Here he comes. Up. Motley was waiting for it before Motley could raise the boot. Before Allen could raise the boot, Motley hit him with a sling blade, took him down. After a body slam on Allen, who's still prone on the mat, Motley has gone up to a corner. He can't go to the top turnbuckle. With the low ceiling here, when he's standing on the second turnbuckle, the top of his head is about 4 inches from the ceiling. Which actually could be to his disadvantage because he does rely on coming off that top rope sometimes, whereas Alan doesn't. There's no room for that kind of nonsense here. The crowd kind of wants Dave Allen to come back. Maybe because they just want the match to keep going. And there's the big boot to the face of Motley. But Allen is not going for the pinfall. The straps have come down. And he's going to do it once more for good measure, just to be sure. Oh, no. He went for a stunner. Motley turned it into an Irish whip, which Allen avoided. There's a super kick from Motley. And a 3 count, and he retains his Legacy Championship. Let's hear the announcement.
Legacy Champion, Johnny Motley.
Oh, I got it right. Legacy Championship. All right, after all that, a nice handshake, a hug. Motley raises Allen's hand. And no shenanigans. It is intermission time here at Superslam, put on by Backbreaker Wrestling in Lowell, Indiana. Yeah, the first half was just a shade under an hour for me. It'll be about, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes for you listening through it. Second half coming up next here on WVLP. That concludes the first half of Backbreaker Wrestling Superslam from Lowell, Indiana on Saturday, May 20th. This is the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM, Valparaiso, Indiana. And here comes highlights from the second half. The second half of Superslam, put on by Backbreaker Wrestling in Lowell, Indiana, is about to commence. For me, it's Saturday, May 20th, about 7:10 p.m. The show started at 6, 3 matches, and then intermission, and now we'll have 3 more matches. If everything's going well, you'll be listening to this on Wednesday, the 24th, or Sunday, the 28th. Yeah, that's how it works. I was looking at the Backbreaker Wrestling Facebook page to get the matches and noticed they made a post about the concession stand and how there's loaded nachos at this concession stand for only $3. And I am bummed because I could use some loaded nachos right about now. Actually, I couldn't because I had a very large late lunch courtesy of the Valpo Soup Company down there on the square. Big old tuna salad sandwich. They have brownies the size of bricks. Shared one of those with my daughter, and that was at about 3 o'clock, so there's no way I can put down a large amount of food, but boy, does loaded nachos sound good.
All right, let's find our seats.
There's a school teacher in here telling us to find our seats. What the heck?
Your next match is being brought to you by Creative Comics. Weighing in at 100.
Creative Comics in Griffith, Indiana, and also, I believe, Brookston? One of those towns kind of up and down the 421, 43 corridor. Here comes Joey Rancid. I was not expecting him. So one of the reasons I had a late lunch is we went with a group to a little demo at a place called a Hot Shop Valpo. It's a glass blowing operation on Joliet Road. I had absolutely no idea this thing was in Valpo, but you can go there and see a lot of their works, purchase some. It's a really cool shop, so I recommend checking them out. HotShopValpo.com.
Weighing in at 180 pounds, he hails from Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, the War Machine, Cliff Caviar.
And here comes Cliff Caviar. Sounds like new entrance music for Cliff. What is that? Is that the A-team? I mean, Cliff Caviar, he should be the C-team, but that's just me. So according to the flyer, this match was supposed to be Cliff Caviar against Richie Rothschild. Then Cujo was supposed to take on Trog the Caveman. Now, maybe he still will, but he is also accompanying Joey Rancid to the ring. So we'll see how this plays out. Joey is getting up in the corners and asking the crowd who is the man. Cliff's persona has completely changed. He's still wearing green, but this is dark green and fatigues, whereas he used to wear brighter green, signifying all of his cash. Joey Rancid went for a big kick in the corner, but Cliff got out of the way. Rancid ended up straddling the second rope. Cliff rolled him up for a 2 count. And now he's just flinging elbows. Cliff just nailed Joey Rancid with a bulldog. Joey rolled out to the floor. Cliff is going to go out and pursue him, which is a bad idea because Cujo is there with Joey Rancid. Yeah, Joey rolled into the ring, and now Cujo is staring down Cliff. But he's just graciously, using the hand gesture. Please go into the ring now. And when he goes into the ring, Rancid grabs him by the head and is rolling his forehead down on the mat. And now a kick to the back. Oh, and now he's biting Cliff Caviar. Maybe if he had had some of those loaded nachos, he wouldn't be so hungry. Joey Rancid has been pretty much delivering all the offense so far to Cliff Caviar, but just then, Joey was charging into the corner. Cliff snuck out of the way, flipped Rancid upside down into the corner. Now they're both kind of loopy and struggling to their feet. Face to face. Caviar with a punch to Rancid's head. Now both are to their feet. Trading punches. Nope, Rancid ducked that punch. And then grabbed and tossed Caviar face first down onto the mat, rolling him over for a pinfall attempt, but no hook of the leg. It's Caviar kicks out at 2. War Machine Cliff Caviar has woken up a little bit. A jawbreaker, and then a shoulder tackle. Now a knee to the head. And Rancid's down for a 2 count. Caviar is close to the ropes, and Cujo is on that side. And yep, Cujo has pulled Caviar out of the ring and is pounding on him while Rancid distracts the ref. And here comes Caviar's otherwise tag team partner, Scott Powers. And chases Cujo. Cujo ran into the ring. Now Powers has followed Cujo into the ring and charged at him, but Cujo ducked out of the way. Powers then shoulder tackled Rancid, which caused a disqualification because he attacked inadvertently somebody who is actually in the match. And now Cade Lee and another referee have come out from the back to try to restore order. Whoa! Ref Oscar with a body tackle on Cliff as they try to keep the men separated. I'm going to guess tag team match at the next Backbreaker event here. But Cade thought he had things under control, but he turned his back, and Cujo and Rancid tried to attack Scott Powers and Cliff Caviar. Cade Lee caught Cujo, and then Cujo bit him in the arm. Wonder if Cade's going to need a rabies shot now. And Cujo blows a kiss towards the ring as he backs away out to the curtain. Well, that ended in chaos. You are listening to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. So here comes Luis Rojas, the Backbreaker Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. He does not have a match tonight, although on one of the Facebook posts about the event, the phrase mandatory challenge or mandatory defense was used. That word mandatory doesn't mean what it used to mean if Luis Rojas is not actually having a title defense. He's got one of those headset microphones, which he's pretty impressed with, and he's showing it off to the crowd.
It is working.
What? I gotta hand it to Backbreaker Wrestling. See, the thing is, they could have been like other wrestling companies where they'll throw stuff up on social media, have people go visit their Facebook. Hey, he's the challenger for our heavyweight champion next month. No, they decided not to do that. In fact, they came to me and said, Mr. Rojas, sir, if I could just have a moment of your time. The fact is, we can't find a suitable opponent for you. I was like, does that mean I got the month off? Yes, sir, please take the month off, please. All right, here we go. I've been working for 4 years to get to the top of the mountain.
More like 40.
And the fact is, I've gone through everybody they put in my way. Dave the Brave, Rex O'Dell. I won the sharpshooter submission tournament. I did not take
So Luis is running down all the people that he's run through here as heavyweight champion.
a suitable challenger.
Seems like he's asking for a suitable challenger for his title, which doesn't always turn out well for the person issuing the challenge.
So until then, Backbreaker management, I'm going to sit out here and I'm going to watch. As everyone tries to step over themselves, get a shot. The Backbreaker heavyweight champion. You can do whatever you want. You do a tournament, have another one contender match, do whatever you need to do to make sure I get good quality competition. Hey, welcome back, Chris.
That's interesting. Nobody came out to say, hey, I can be your competition. And now he's just taunting the crowd. Goodbye, Luis Rojas.
Weighing at 260 pounds, he hails from Chicago, Cujo.
And here comes Cujo again. And after Cujo circles the ring once, Joey Rancid comes out to be his corner man.
And his opponent, weighing in at 1/3 of a woolly mammoth, he hails from the Stone Age. Give it up for Tron!
And here comes Trog, the caveman. As you just heard, the kids love him. 2 little kids clapping as they went by the table. Trog came out with his big meat bone that he's been gnawing on for years, apparently. Still good. That is music to Cujo's ears. As he came out, Trog gave the crowd a really good gurg. I don't think I've ever heard him speak an actual word. Let's see, how does a caveman begin a match? With a collar and elbow tie-up or just by slugging somebody? Cujo shoved Trog before Trog had a chance to do anything. Cujo's dancing around a little bit. Yep, there. The caveman knows a collar and elbow. Cujo wraps him up in an armbar. Oh, now he's biting Trog, just like he bit Cade Lee earlier. He needs a Snickers. The risk of biting Trog to lead off the match is that Trog might return the favor, which he did. So bites are still 2-1 in Cujo's favor. Joey Rancid asking Trog, do you speak English? I kind of want to know the answer to that question. He must understand it. At least he knows how to count to 3, right? The two are trading blows. Trog came out ahead. Irish whip into the ropes. The Cujo comes off with a clothesline, and now Trog is down. By the way, for what it's worth, if you haven't seen one of these shows, it's Cujo with a K, not a C. Cujo's mad that the ref wasn't quick enough to start that count, so he chokes Trog to show the ref what for. Cujo just unwrapped the black tape around one of his hands and wrists and is choking Trog with it. It's still attached to his hand, though, so the ref can't really take it away. And now the biting is 3-1 in Cujo's favor. He just bit Trog on the forehead. And then Joey Rancid with some interference from the outside, but the ref saw it, broke it up quickly. So Cujo can work in a faster-paced match, but he can also just go toe-to-toe with somebody like Trog. I think here he's in his element. He enjoys this more. Just punishment. Now he's choking Trog. And Trog has recovered and knocked down Cujo with a double axe handle. Oh, but Cujo's back with knees to the head of Trog. Trog spent a lot of time recovering here in the match. Cujo bounced off the ropes and came back with another knee to the side of the head. He's rolling Trog's corpse over onto its back. But the caveman's head is built to take punishment. Cujo grabbed Trog's bone from the corner and was ready to clobber him with it. Cade Lee came out from the curtain, now with a bandage on his arm where Cujo bit him. He jumped up on the apron and grabbed Cujo's arm and ripped the bone away. Trog took that opportunity to clobber Cujo from behind for a 3 count, and now Cade has just slugged Joey Rancid on the outside of the ring for good measure. I think the crowd approves of Cade Lee's management style here.
We do have a very special guest referee, and he is none other than the Sunset Strip sensation, Johnny Motley.
It is time for the main event. It's a tag team match with special guest referee Johnny Motley. He is indeed pulling double duty tonight. Looking sharp in the black pants and referee shirt. He says he's going to call it right down the middle. We'll see.
Motley, our Backbreaker Wrestling Legacy Champion. And for this match, if Brentley Alexander Dawson or Thomas Keith score the pinfall, whichever one of them would score it would get a chance June 24th at the Legacy Championship. So there's a lot on the line. All right, let's start bringing them out. Weighing in at 190 pounds from Bushwood Country Club, Brentley Alexander Dawson.
As explained, the stipulation in this match is that if either one of the team of Brentley Alexander Dawson and Thomas Keith gets a pinfall during this match, that person gets a shot at Johnny Motley's Legacy Championship at the next Backbreaker event, which is sort of strange because that way Motley can have a say, in effect, in who his next challenger is. But he says he's going to call it down the middle. We will see. Could be that teamwork breaks down if Dawson and Keith start arguing over who's going to get the pinfall. Motley could, frankly, refuse to count a pinfall for one of them or the other. Thomas Keith has come out with his wrestling attire, long tights, straps, and a sports coat on top of it all. So maybe King Bishop, his ring attendant manager, can work with him on his coordination, because that just didn't go well together. Here come the opponents. D&D Destruction, Dallas and Diesel. Dallas and Diesel both sportsmanly shake hands with ref Johnny Motley. And it started already. Dawson and Keith are arguing over who's going to start the match. Motley is going to help them out. He's pulled out a quarter. Heads, Dawson gets to start. Tails, Keith gets to start. And Motley says it's Keith. Dawson is not happy about this. But, you know, maybe the strategy for Dawson is to let Keith do 90% of the work and exert 100% of the energy, and then at the last minute, tag in and get a pinfall. And Keith is already getting blows to the head from Dallas and Diesel. Dawson has been tagged in. Dallas had Thomas Keith over in his own corner. He asked Diesel, "Did you remember your deodorant today?" Diesel took a sniff, said, "No, I forgot." And then Dallas rubbed Keith's face into Diesel's armpit, which caused Keith just sprint to the other side of the ring and tag in Dawson. That was counting the number of times Diesel introduced Dawson's head to the turnbuckle. Thomas Keith has Dallas in Keith and Dawson's corner. And he's making life difficult on ref Johnny Motley by doing many illegal things, but not long enough for Motley to finish a count for disqualification. Now Dawson is tagged in, and he's trying to pin Dallas. Dawson is complaining that Motley didn't show up to count the pin soon enough. Dawson was, or Dallas. See, I got Diesel, I got Dallas, and I got Dawson. This is ridiculous. At least Thomas Keith doesn't have any D's in his name. Yeah, so never mind what I was going to tell you about. Because Dallas is again down on the mat. Keith has tagged himself in. Not the cooperative tag, but the reach out and tag your partner whether he likes it or not kind of tag. So Motley has made sure Dawson leaves the ring. And Keith tried to pin Dallas for like a 1.5. And now Keith is just slugging Dallas. Dawson has returned the favor. He tagged himself in by slapping Keith's shoulder as Keith was facing backwards to the corner. Dawson was just about to pin Dallas, and Keith just rushed in and shoved Dawson off of him. Normally, it would be Dallas's partner that would shove Dawson off of Dallas. Now Dawson is just dropping elbows onto Dallas. Dallas has been absorbing most of the punishment, but he hasn't gotten close to his own corner yet. And there's Dawson raking the eyes of Dallas. And Keith with the tag. Diesel just gave Dawson an Irish whip into Dawson's corner, causing Dawson to collide with Keith. So now the two of them are screaming at each other. Meanwhile, Dallas is creeping over to try to finally tag Diesel, but no luck. Keith pounced before he made it there. I would think that when Dallas got Irish whipped into his own corner and collided with Keith, that ought to count as a tag, but it doesn't matter. Eventually they tag anyway. Dallas has been like the punching dummy for most of this match, taking all the punishment from Dawson and Keith. Diesel's only been in for a little bit. Keith hit Dallas with a spine buster for a 2 count. Dawson was ready to jump in and break up the pinfall attempt himself. Because remember, whoever makes the pinfall between Dawson and Keith gets to take on Johnny Motley for his Legacy Championship. And Dawson just smacked Keith on the back really hard as a tag. And now he's just coming and he's pounding on Keith. He's forgotten about the other team altogether, which allows Dallas to get over there and tag Diesel. Dawson is choking Thomas Keith. Diesel is just looking at them like, go, go, you guys take care of each other. He's cheering on the fight between Dawson and Keith. Now Dawson has thrown Keith out of the ring. Double team on Dawson, and Dallas and Diesel get the pinfall. So does that mean nobody takes on Johnny Motley at the next show? Well, D&D Destruction are the winner of that match. Neither Brentley Alexander Dawson nor Thomas Keith will be taking on Johnny Motley for the Legacy Championship. And as Dawson was having words with Motley, Keith came in the ring and blindsided Dawson from behind and just threw him out through the ropes, which earns him a super kick from Johnny Motley. And Motley picks up his own belt and emphasizes to Keith, you don't get this. I think that is all here from Backbreaker Wrestling in Lowell, Indiana. It's been the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. I'm Ken, the Metal Professor. Hope you've enjoyed listening to this delayed audio coverage. I'm not sure what show I'll be at next, but here's a shout out to my friends at Revolution Championship Wrestling in South Bend who have a show going on tonight. And they will be having their Slam Cancer Benefit Show in July. There's another one of their shows in June between now and then. But I'm particularly looking forward to the Slam Cancer Benefit. That's always a highlight of the year, and it's a good cause. So the crowd's leaving happy because Thomas Keith got kicked in the face.